Welcome back to Missouri Cricket Barn Homestead. This is Debbie, and this is Maggie. Maggie is our Toggenburger goat, and she is getting ready to have some babies for us, I believe, some kids. She is, her udder is really just starting to pop. And she is having a lot of movement in her sides, and I've been checking her pretty often, and she has, I don't know, I think at least two kids in there, but there's a lot of kicking going on. Today she spent most of her time in the barn, but she has ventured out this evening and she's eating hay. So I don't think we're in labor yet. I haven't checked her ligaments or anything, but she just looks like she's going to go just about at any time. So she is just huge. Let me see if I can get a better shot of her from behind. You can see how wide she is. Now she is a very large goat. And the father of these babies will be a Nigerian dwarf, surprisingly. So she has got room for lots more if that's the case, but she is just huge right now. And there's Rumchata out there in the distance. She's coming closer, and I think she's also pregnant as well. Now, she deals with something called precocious udder, which we've been keeping a check on, which just basically means that she's pretty much in milk all the time. So I could milk her if I wanted to, but we just don't, because the precocious udder, I would like for it to subside if possible. But she is pregnant right now as well, we believe. Either that or she's just eating really well. But anyway, she is a La Mancha, so that's why she doesn't have ears. And the other one, Maggie, is a Toggenburger. Supposed to be crossed with a Nubian, but to me, she looks entirely Toggenburger. It's just the way she stands. But anyway, her udder is really beginning to pop. Everything has just gotten larger on her. Anyway, she's a really great goat. We've had to work on the fences today because we've had issues with our Cooney pig breaking out. She keeps pushing out from underneath the fences. So yes, we've had to get inventive. We found this old piece of saw blade. I think that might have been a part that went to the gear set for the barn, for the hayloft. But anyway, it just basically goes from one end to the other between these posts, because this is where she's coming out from under. And I don't think barbed wire is going to work along the bottom, because they have pushed up barbed wire before. And I don't want to get into electric, because we don't have electricity down to the barn. And the only way we would be able to run it is from the house. And that's quite a distance away. So unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be feasible. But we do have this along the bottom. I have worked on all the fence along the backside of our chicken lot, which was what she was breaking out of before. And that seemed to have fixed it, because she didn't break out through there anymore. But she decided to go ahead and break out over here then. So you can see where she had dug out basically out from underneath, pushed up the wire with her nose. So we got the wire back down. We've got it tied down to the post. I put an extra post in there. We put a cross piece in, and we put the saw blade in down at the bottom. Now the only thing we have to worry about is the rest of the fence, because we have put hog panels along all of the fence except for this section over here, because we want to add more to the pasture. We also had added another lot down in our barn for our bucks, because we're going to be getting another buck as well, a Nubian purebred buck. And we added another lot down here, pardon the mess, because we are actually cleaning up right now on pasture. So we had built another lot down here for the bucks when she goes into labor and delivers, along with Rumchata. That was the La Mancha goat. So we've put another lot down here that goes into the barn right there with that small door, which actually still slides, surprisingly enough. So we have a stall in there all set up, ready to go. For when she goes into labor, we'll just move the bucks out here. So it's a small lot, but it'll be enough to hold them in, because we feed mostly grain anyway, as well as hay. So we have that going on. They'll have plenty of lush grass in here. Once the spring comes on, you can see a lot of the grass is already growing back in. A lot of grass out in the pasture already. That's what Ramchada's working on right now. I need to pull that chair out of there. You can see all the mess where we're pulling stuff out of the barn, cleaning up. Lots of stuff been taken off already. We're still cleaning up this property, guys. I know it's been a year that we've been here, but the people that were here prior to us, they just left it in a mess. And there's just so much stuff that we're still finding everywhere. I found an actual axe head in the ground earlier today. So, and it's untelling how long it's been out here, but you can see property's looking great. We had the hay mowed back in the fall and just now starting to get grass back growing into the area, but it's looking beautiful. So like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for notices on new videos as they come out. Let me know what's going on in your neck of the woods as it's coming up on spring.